Well, I've been up all night. I am reviewing in my mind the song by Misty. Is it not a song? It's a song. It's a song, but it is not in view elsewheres. The birthdays are a fraud this way. The birthdays are a fraud of the genitals because we say we are alive on a certain day with ourselves and alive. Uh, and then we say we have a birthday to count the aging of the body. But in so doing, we are misrepresenting how long we have been in alive of the formed world. So you are frauding the house when you do that. And you're not due inside the house because you have penis genital and alive. And if it's a dong genital, it is what is responsible for the house looking like it has maybe 3 levels or so. So if a house has 3 levels and it is in the neighborhood of houses, maybe 2 levels, but 3 levels would be what is wrong with the houses that are 2 levels. If it's a 1 level house, and I lost a 1 level house myself, I don't know why that's possible because it's not alive here. Um, the 3 level house is responsible for being 3 levels, a broken house in 3 levels. That is the dong genital that did that. And if you have a penis genital, you don't have any sort of formed house. You don't have a 1-room house. You don't have a 1 level house, a 2 level house, or a 3 level house. You don't have any buildings with more levels than that or any type of building. You don't have a car, you don't have any of that because you don't have a dong genital in alive. You are remains. You are supposed to see that there are all these things that remain from the dong genital. With your penis genital, you are supposed to be a high enough being to have a penis to know that you are on the outside of all the buildings and cars. You are an untouchable, of course. India has the caste system. There are Brahmins, and then they go down all the way to untouchables. And that is because you don't know how to die in God. So you have caste systems and you die in class. But here in America, you are below untouchables. It's true because you don't know what color your skin is if you have a penis. The dong genital forms Asian people, forms Indian people, which are Asian here. But India, like India, Indian skin. Asian people are formed by other Asian people, so that's not fair that they are not formed by the dong genital. So if you have a penis genital, you don't know if you formed somebody who's Asian, if you formed somebody who's white, if you formed somebody who's black, if you formed somebody who is Indian. You don't know any of those races and roots of your formation of the penis. It's very far in the wrong mentally low. Yes, you're very bold to speak to me. I could observe that you speak to one another and I would know something about who and what you are. But when you speak to me about myself, you are going to be annihilated because I don't have a life for you. I am alive because of the property. I find the house is alive. The dong genital left behind the superior founder of the property, the cars, and buildings. I find all that aliving, and that's my job. You are keying everything is so insane. I can't take it anymore very soon. Um, So it's not true that I know you about your penis because you don't have any formed world. You don't even live on the moon. You don't have a moon formed that you could be on the moon. It's not even men are from Mars. You don't have that. You are a man from Mars. A man has a dung genital, could be on Mars. You have a penis genital. You're nowhere in the solar system in karma. Your penis genital wouldn't alive a cockroach. You're illegal. And you talk over your penis is just 45 years in the wrong so far. Yep, from my point of view. Are you ready to light up the comments? What is a dong genital? Well, so Misty, what is the last name? Misty Meaner. Okay, Misty, Misty, space, Meaner, Meaner. Yeah, or OR. Okay. There's the word misdemeanor. Okay, a misdemeanor is if you are far in the wrong and you did not make it into prison, and you can hear the word misdemeanor here. If you are inside of a prison, you could hear the word misdemeanor, and that would be the last thing you hear. Because you're not aliving anymore with a misdemeanor on your record. But here, misdemeanor word is on TV all the time. What would be a misdemeanor? If you watch Small Claims Court, you will hear about misdemeanors in pretty much every case, and they are all due in prisons with deceased address. So that you can get a death and that you're doing a crime. You want a death for it. You don't want to do a crime just so that you would be alive, and then you would do another crime after that, as though you don't know what the crime is for, which is for a death. You have to do a crime for a death because you are deficient somewhere. You can't do a crime for life because you are alive and you are pressing the population that you are alive, and that's what you're going to do with yourself. And the people cannot stop you. That's an idolatry problem that's too far in the wrong. The landlord, Jerry, Geri, she was seated out there last night. And it was true that I could not get her to leave the threatening when I told her she's fired. Yeah, I'm not due to see. I said I don't want to see you ever again. And I did see her. She was right there, sitting in a chair and in a walkway, right, blocking a walkway if anybody would walk that way. And it's for the whole apartment complex that anyone can walk that way. I realized she was blocking my way to get out of the fence, but she was blocking that the people walk around the sidewalks anywhere inside of the fence. All the people holding the gate keys. Yeah. Gate key, copies, gate key. Okay. So what's wrong with Jerry is she is explode very far in the wrong last night, and I don't have a fort for it. I don't actually want that I know who she is anymore because it's too far in the wrong to know her. I am seeing what is about the dong genital, and I want to recall the birthday again because the females have a birthday. And this song by Misty Meaner, she did mention in the song that she is gay in the song because she is female, and there are two males in the song, and the three of them are gay to herself because she was a male before she was a female, uh, formed out of a male that was failure to alive as a male but still had a criminal record and became female that way. I am supposed to be the only female, and then I don't grow. I have feminine genitals on the Godhead, and I'm not supposed to grow, so you don't see me like this. But it's so far in the wrong that I look like this is approximately me being angry, and I don't have what it takes to tell you that you don't have a penis genital with a birthday. And what's wrong with that? It's obvious because you know you don't have a live on your birthday because it's a baby. It doesn't speak. When it's born, it doesn't tell the obstetrician what its birthday is. So that's how we are all don't have genitals on our birthday that follow through all the way until we state our birthday for the Department of Motor Vehicles. So I find that now that I am deceasing myself and I am writing up the deceasement of the creation for myself and recording these videos, that you don't actually have alive with your birthdays. You fraud alive so much that I can see this Misty Meaner singing about a dong genital and another dong genital, and then herself being female outcome of a dong genital that is deceased the wrong way and formed into a female. And I can see it here. And she has something called Misty on the radio. And that means she has a penis genital here that is castrated into a female in view here, even though she sings about dong, says the word dong in the song. So that means she is singing about, she can see the dong, that means she is female. But I am looking at it is on the radio, and that means she has been formed to sing now, and that is a penis genital and alive. Yeah, so she's the castration of a penis. That's impossible. That's what's wrong with the birthday. That's what's wrong with other singing, going like it's YouTube music. It appears, let's say, a speed dial has 9 songs in view at once. I could slide it to one side and see 9 more songs. So those, let's say those 9 are appearing in front of me at once. I can see which 9 appear together. I don't do that. That just appears that way because God is creating the internet. And I can see that she is appearing with people who don't know what a dong is. And that's what's wrong with her having a birthday deceased. She has, let's say, the dong genital of world number 16 would be a best case scenario for her. I'm in world number 17 right now. It is world number 17 right here. And she is in view as having the dong genital made into a female in world 16, which means she was in world 15 best case scenario as a male with a dong genital. So we are crossing 3 worlds right here, and I'm 45 years into this world. The other worlds don't last 45 years. I would put them at about 10 years, but it could be less because you don't hold alive very well. I'm holding alive for you. And the threatening that she has gone across 3 incarnations of the world, that means she doesn't have in it a dong genital anymore because the dong genital is expired at this time. So she has some kind of like something stray off of the path that it is to be deceased, and it's just very far roaming off the path. And the song is evidence of that she doesn't afford it mentally, that she has a stopping point and she just doesn't have a no anymore because she's been loitering so long. And that's what's wrong with you having a penis in alive. Uh, the alive of the formed world has been alive. I can still see my house. If I was in Wisconsin, I could see my house. Mitch can see my house. If he's in Wisconsin and it's alive there for him, I would be the one who alives Wisconsin if he can see it. So the house is on the internet. Yes, I can see it on the internet as well. There's something wrong with my house, like that it's blocked view by trees. So I say that it looks like it's not really the same anymore. But the inside has been changed. Like the kitchen is different. I'm going off on a small tangent here about the house because the house is different, and I can see the dong genital in view. And then there's some photography in my house that is questionable as to whether or not the people in the photograph have penis genital or dong genital, because I saw the photograph when I was alive in the house, and I alived the house with myself inside, and there was no door in view to exterior of the house, not yet. I know where I walked by, I know there is a door there now, but on my first day of seeing the house, there was not a door to the exterior. Didn't go out the door. I'm in order and it didn't go out the door. Uh, Believe me, I don't want the house because it had stairs. I didn't fall down the stairs. That's all you need to know. I didn't go out the door. That's next. So I went to see the photography in the house, which was another part of the house, and it's a bigger distance for me because I was the size of a 3-year-old, very small legs and small walking. It's just all very small in a house that was 3 levels. What I could see was 3 levels, yes. So uh, when I saw the first photograph on my first day at work, the photograph, it's not clear what kind of genitals the people had underneath their clothing, but I did see those people or looking like that in my house, and I still know who they are. Mitch is one of them. He's giving me this food. This food, Reese's Puffs. That is from the first day at work photograph from 1980. It's before the counting of the time, so like year zero, but I forwarded the time to year 1980 with just the home invasion into my house. So if you want to know why we count the time from 1980 and onwards, or if you have trouble with that, it's not zero. Okay, so it's everything between zero and today. That's because there is a home invasion in my house, and I can't get out of it. I can't just tell you to leave my house. It's true that you are occupying my house, and I'm not in there myself anymore. But it is alive. So if you see me, my house is alive. You don't see me anymore. You don't see yourself anymore. My house died out of the world. So yes, Mitch is still giving food for the last name Moser, but he's not named in that photograph that I saw him in. And I mentioned the photograph to him in a threatening, but I cannot produce the photograph because my house was locked up by a realtor, and the photo was already missing at the time. I don't know where it went. When the realtor came for my house, my first day at work photograph is not hanging on the wall where I first found it, although it had been hanging there for some time and no one in the occupation of my house, excuse me, they did not mention it to me that they knew about the photograph. But they are, I don't know, staying in their own problem. And I don't afford that because they can leave because the photograph does not mean that they own the house. I was not in the photograph myself and I was inside the house. Who's in the photograph? Uh, Donna Trump, she's in the photograph, Donna Moser. And then there's Howard Moser, that's his name, but when I see him in alive, he's Hans. And then there's Steve is in the photograph, Mitch is in the photograph, Cheryl is in the photograph, and then that's it, except for there is the question of the dog. I don't afford the dog. I am not in the photograph. I can see it, and it's not me in there. Um, but I have other photography in the house. I had a picture of myself little on the fireplace mantle. That was added later. It was a wooden chair, a piece of blue carpeting, and I was wearing a red dress with some small flowers on it. I don't know who is that me or is that Becky Mocker? Yeah, I have a Becky Mocker problem. I am myself deceased, but I have a Becky Mocker problem. Uh, she is not myself, but it's myself who is present there. Uh, there is a photo of me that was taken early on. I remember Cheryl getting her picture taken. I remember myself. And then I don't remember Mitch or Steve being there. Was Cheryl the first one? Because it's Steve in my mind. No, Cheryl was already there. Okay, so I met first Donna, after that Hans, after that I met Cheryl, and then after that was Steve, and then Mitch was the last one I met, and he's the one who's bringing me the food here. Maybe his name in the photograph is not Mitch, but that's him, yeah. The photograph not named yet. We have to name Donna Libby because I put too much leverage on a baby. Yeah, Libby Moser, she's got more leverage than any baby ever. But it's leverage against herself. I am carrying all the karma here. If you want to make karma, you can make it on my time, but I don't want it. I carry all the karma and I don't do what you do, which is press the threatening to make karma because you don't have a self. You would not have a life if I was doing that to myself. You're supposed to leave that problem by threatening that you would be outside with your illegal genitals. Outside homeless, and if you don't stay out there because it's like traffic or other like people being out there, then you have to threaten that you will go to jail to stay outside homeless, to go into jail. Depends how you go into a jail. It depends how you go outside homeless. You have to have all the threatening that you will go outside homeless because you're angry, or that you will go into a jail because you're angry with homeless. You cannot threaten that you are going to crime somebody because the world has a very large public uh, full of strangers, but they don't all speak English. You do crime in English, that's not karma to myself. You could be doing the crime speaking another language and it doesn't come out of you. Have you seen something like an exorcism and you see the person who is possessed, if you will, they will say something in Latin, right? Like speaking some demonic wording in Latin. That's you not understanding that you could be doing that when you're talking to me about myself, so that you would just go away. But you're not supposed to scare me, but you scare me anyway. You scare me elsewhere. You're not supposed to move the threatening. You say things in English that are just not due to be heard. I cannot be a witness that I heard something you said. It is recorded on yourself. If you are the speaker, you record on yourself that you said something. You cannot record on somebody else that they heard you say something and that you are in it together. That's you checking their address. That's you following them around. You're worse than a penis. A penis would be like lazy and outside, lazy and just leaving things unattended because it has a penis and it's not interested, but you have a penis that is doing crime like I've never seen. You are so low against the genitals. When I die, I will see you when I have no genitals on myself, and that will be a surprise to you that you did something wrong to catch yourself in your own genitals and you are caught there by yourself like you're the police. That's you having fled the scene of an accident. You flee the police. You call the police, you flee the police. You call the police and you flee the police. You don't actually put the police in jail with you. You don't fight with the police that you need them in jail. Did you know you need to put the police in jail? If they're going to put you in jail, you have to fight with that they're going to go in there with you. You could be in jail for a whole year just talking to some judge problem, somebody who's wearing a black robe who's not supposed to wear a black robe because they're not myself. But that's what you see as a judge, and that's who you have to talk to about the harassment and say that you need the police in the jail and you can't get them while you're in the jail, and then you need a uniform to go and get them yourself, and you have to be a shunt to know who the police are because you don't really know that. With that you would remember, and you're still using your birthdays so you can drive a car with a driver's license or access to car keys. Well, you don't have that. You understand what a shunt is. You don't, and I don't really know with myself deceased because I have other leverage on this Godhead. The dong erection, the penis erection, what's the difference? About half the size? Thank you. Age restriction by YouTube. If you don't do it by yourself, I'm not going to say that authorize that this is not for kids or that it is for kids. That's for YouTube to decide that. Did you know YouTube asked me if some video I made, and I've made about 1,000 videos or so, or more than that, and the YouTube still asks me if something is for age for kids or not. I am a kid myself. You're not supposed to ask me that. I have problems that are not due to that I was myself a kid, and YouTube is going to do what for the youth that are alive today. I can't help you. You're illegal. It's not due for any youth to be on the internet and have the internet take care of their minds being fragile because of their size. That's the youth having to be a shunt, and that it would be maybe leaving, that it would be near the internet. It's really not for you, it's for myself. And it's not true that I know you giving your youth internet privileges, and then I didn't have internet for so many years because it was homeless. Now I'm another way homeless. The comments don't afford myself. When I say I want you in jail because you abuse the internet, is not for you. You say that I should take my videos off the internet and my account should be closed. Really, how are you going to pay for that? I'm still alive because you're loitering. It doesn't matter to you what I do with my life. Yes, but I have to decease creation and you just don't believe it, and that doesn't matter to you. I'm not really used to what that is because I'm in order. You do that on my time, wow, and you won't just stay outside homeless. You still want to use the internet when I'm not using it. Okay, I'm going to try not to spill this milk this time. Yeah, I'm pouring it a little too fast. Okay, it's slowing down. That's better. It's just so it won't get on my robe or on the table. I think it's okay, mostly. Okay.